the gasoline prices. I used to fill my Honda up for $26. Yesterday it was $56. So I know you know about that. Anyhow, it's a pleasure to be here. I've never turned down any type of an invitation that involves speaking to young people, the parents, or the coaches. Because I came from a little mud pile down in a holler, and I realized how important athletics has been in my life. As you can see, he mentioned a few names that are nationally known people that have succeeded on the national level. I was telling a couple guys there, one of my thrills happened 3 weeks ago. And this is what athletics has done for this little country kid. My hero was Jerry West. So I'm down in Kroger's, going through Kroger's to get a few shopping items, and my phone rings, it's Jerry West. So we had a 28-minute conversation, and when I went out of that Kroger's, I was walking so high because he is, he's my hero, and I'm sure he's a lot of your athletic heroes. But anyhow, I want to get to the focal point here. Focal point here is we're talking about keeping memories alive. And the Haga family here, Ryan, of everything I've heard about him and his good friends that talk about him, was a first-class person. He has reared a first-class family. But what I do now is more rewarding to me than any individual accolades that I've ever received, or any team wins, or anything that's happened on the scoreboard. What I do now is exactly what he identified. How do we keep memories alive? I decided one time, I hadn't been a strong church person, but I realized how blessed I'd been. I guess a bug hit me about 11 years ago when I started this museum. But I've received so many blessings through this museum because the good Lord gave me strength to reach out to other people and to reach out and maybe have an impact on the young people, for them to realize that their heroes are right in their own house. Their heroes are right under the feet of the morning, eating breakfast at the breakfast table. And that's what our society has to get back to if we're going to win, is for knowing where your heroes are. My dad had a 4th grade education, but he was so wise that he could do anything. But the number one thing he did was he never missed a day's work. He never missed a day showing up. Regardless of how he felt, he always got on his bank clothes and went to the coal mine. That had an impact on me. So all my life, I didn't want to disappoint my parents. So I just think in summary, I'm going to do everything I can through the power of the good Lord. I look in and I say, right now I look in the mirror, I can accomplish anything because I have that Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit touched me a few months ago on this property where I have a museum. I tore this old building down, and if you recall the 3 crosses across America that Coffindaffer put up years ago, he went through all kinds of states, spent $3 million, ended up going bankrupt, emphasizing the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So now I have a spiritual garden, so when the kids come on field trips from schools, churches, and what have you, we got about 3 different situations at the Artie Museum we can present to them. So we got an outside area that we can go out and break bread, in that area, seat about 75 people. And then we got the inside museum, which keeps the memories alive, and this will be one of them. It will be in my museum. So anyhow, I appreciate the opportunity, and I'd like to say to all the youngsters in here, you've bound to know who your heroes were. and they're sitting right there with you, or maybe they couldn't make it. But their father, mother, and your grandparents, you can't find a friend any better than that. Just don't be pulled away with your peers in any direction. Learn independence. Coach Lily has done one great job at independence. I like that name, independence. If you're going to accomplish anything in this world in the future, you better have an independent attitude. Be you, and don't let anybody else pull you in the wrong direction. Thank you very much.